Well, good morning everyone. So today we're gonna draw Boba Fett in pencil. So what I'm gonna do here, as always, is try to block in the basic shapes, like the head here. And then I'll put in some of the details, rough details, like just a rectangle there for his antenna. I'm not gonna put in all the details. I usually add the finer stuff as I render the shading. So here I'm doing his rocket. I draw a line, middle line first, and then something that's symmetric like this. I draw the line on either side just to keep everything symmetric, and then you always have a reference point. Here I'm just roughing in the arms with little circles for the joints, and that way I know where to put the gun, like that. And here I'm drawing the shoulder shield, thickening up the arms with some rough lines here, trigger finger, and by doing this I get a better idea of where things really should go. Sometimes I won't bother doing this, and I'll just drawing it. I'll just start drawing it right from beginning to end without roughing it in first. But oftentimes my proportions will be wrong. So as much as possible, I'll try to rough it in things first. Okay, so I'm drawing some of the details of his backpack, some of the parts of his weaponry. There's like a cable that goes to his arm thing. And here I'm gonna start shading. The amount of roughing in that I did is pretty much all I generally do. If I really want it to be exact, then I have to take more time and draw in the finer details right up front before I do shading. Otherwise I'll probably make a mistake, and which is not uncommon. So anyway, here I'm going to start shading in. First I try to look at the darker parts of the reference photo as much as possible, just so then that would be my reference for the lighter areas. So here I'm darkening the open areas of the shield, and trying to give the shield some three-dimensionality by shading in the sides, the silhouette, just to give it some roundness. And I do some cross hatching, but a lot of the shading that I do tends to be more of using different pressure on the pencil. So the darker I want it, the harder I push on the pencil, and I'll go whatever direction seems to fit the particular area, just to make it easier. If I go all in one direction, sometimes it's hard to stay in the area I'm trying to shade. So here I'm drawing some of the detailed lines, and like right here, just trying to really get in the darker areas first, if possible, like the shading there underneath the shoulder shield, and then I'll put in a gray tone, add some more dark areas, and I'll probably use my eraser to lighten up some areas for the shiny parts. So I'll just keep fast forwarding here and just kind of watch. So here I'm gonna start drawing the belt, and I'm just gonna do an outline of it first prior to shading. This I wasn't sure about earlier whether to go this far down with the drawing, but I decided that it'll give it a better finish for the bottom part. So now I'll start shading it in. Again, dark parts first, and try to leave the middle tones a bit later. And the other thing with pencil drawings too, sometimes the white parts could be whiter, and so I will use gouache, kind of like a paint, or sometimes I'll even use a white pen, and that kind of really makes it pop a bit, make it a little bit shiny. What I may do here is I will use a computer program and try to put in those whites after the fact. Alright, I'm getting pretty close to the end here. Just some finishing touches. And thanks a lot for watching this. I hope you learned a little bit, something. And please like, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I will see you at the next video. Have a great day. Oh, and by the way, total time for this sketch was about 18 minutes. Alright, thanks again, and see you later.